All right, time once again for catching up with Tommy Mack here on 1010XL's podcast platform at 1010XL.com. Of course, on their Facebook page as well, going live on Facebook, and always streaming on the relevant app, the group messaging app with live interactive podcasts and all throughout the app. Go check it out. Apple Store, Google Play, free download, and, man, check out all the awesome content. Everything's covered. Sports, some politics. I don't get into it, but there's politics. There's markets. You want to talk about the market? We've got Weedopedia out there. You talk about cannabis. Talk about CBD. I mean, there's so many. Planet Her, all ladies, just talking about issues. It's just an awesome app. Continues to grow and continues to add more content. So check it out at RELEVNT, no A at the end. Great to be here. Great to be alive. It is Friday. My esteemed producer, Graham Marsh, is here after a long, exhausting trip to Atlanta for the ACC Media Days. He's back. I said, Graham, can we do a show tomorrow? He's like, absolutely. Here he is. Hat
Let's
and
make
all.
it happen, baby.
First time
Charlotte.
I've seen you in a hat.
I know.
Oh, you were in Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte for ACC.
Oh, that's right. They're the
yeah.
ACC.
Atlanta
That's
was
right.
an SEC. But...
Well, Charlotte's a good town, though.
Oh, yeah.
I like Charlotte.
Dude, I love Charlotte.
Yeah,
I got a bunch
Charlotte's
of family
a
that lives there.
kick-ass
And
town.
Charlotte's great.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude.
You ever been to Lake Norman, north of Charlotte?
No, I've not.
That's a kick-ass place, too, man.
Really?
Lake Norman's awesome.
What is
It's the biggest
there to-
man-made lake in all the country.
Oh, okay.
And Duke Energy dug it for the nuclear plant.
Very cool.
So it's awesome. Very clear water. I mean,
Yeah.
you can go to the bottom, like 15 feet deep, and see everything.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
now,
really
granted, you
cool.
might be getting nuclear radiation going through your body, but who cares? You only live once.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. And Charlotte is cool. But glad you're here, man. So listen, we're not going to have a huge show today, but I did want to get into a couple things because it's funny. And before I say this, I think everybody in this country, in the world, should be able to try to make as much money as they want. Whatever that is. You want to make $1 billion, you want to make $1 million, you want to make whatever. I don't really care. You should have the opportunity to make that kind of money. You do here in America, of course. And I want to talk about money a little bit because it's interesting on both levels of football, right? You saw the Kirby Smart contract, $110 million. 110? It was 100
Yeah,
plus
110.
million
Yep.
dollars.
10-year
Okay.
deal.
What's that?
10-year deal.
10-year deal. Guaranteed? Those are guaranteed, those college coaches.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, good for him. I think it's great. I'm going to get into him in just a minute. But you saw where Kyler Murray got a big deal, $230.5 million,
Right.
$160 million in guaranteed money. I think overall, if he doesn't go full contract, he's guaranteed like $105 million. But think about that for a minute. So, and maybe it's not fair to Kyler Murray, right? Because what I remember of Kyler Murray from last year, great year, exciting player, gets into the playoffs, and you're like, this guy's not any good. Like, you're almost like, he got flustered.
Really,
he played
really,
terrible.
yeah.
His body language sucked on and off the field. I mean, even after the game, and you're just like, this ain't a franchise quarterback. No. Every year he's gotten better, right? Finished with 11 wins last year. I think they had 8 the year before and 5 the year before that when he was a rookie. So he's a good player, but here you are, and you're almost forced to make this move. Because if not, what happens? I got to restart.
What's the
I got to
alternative?
reset.
Right.
I'm basically saying you're not the franchise QB that I thought you were going to be when I drafted you in the first round, 3 years ago. Right? Right or wrong. But you're almost stuck. Like, you're sitting there going, okay, well, he's good. He's a good player. I think Kyler Murray's a good player. I don't think he's a great player. Maybe he gets better. I don't know. Maybe that experience of last year in the playoffs will help him become a better player. I hope so for his sake and the Arizona Cardinals. Of course, not when they're playing my Jags, but you catch my drift, right? But you're sitting there going, well, shoot, if I don't extend him, right? This is an extension. He's still got 2 years on his rookie deal, then the extension, right? So they got him under contract for 7 years. Brilliant move for Arizona. If what? If you believe he's going to take you to the Super Bowl. But maybe that doesn't matter right now, right? Come on, Vic. I'm on a thing. There you go. Sorry about that. Maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe that's not it anymore. It's almost like, look, you either got to pay now or you got to start over. And it's probably scary to start over because you got a kid that's still young. He's got plenty of talent. No, he didn't have his best outing the last time we saw him. Maybe he grew from maybe, but I got to take the risk. And look, the money to them. I think I said this last show or last week. The NFL, the owners in revenue in 2021, $11 billion. $11 billion. So now there's a split and all that. Of course,
is that a lot?
It's only getting higher. It's only going up. That's why they can guarantee these contracts, right? Look, take yourself out there. Say you got a little bit of money. Maybe you didn't have it before. And then you get a little bit of money. And just say it's a tiny little buy. You're like, yeah, just buy it. Where before, maybe you wouldn't have. And I'm not saying it's like some extravagant thing. It's just whatever it is. Or you know what? Nah, I'll just pay the extra $2 because I have it. Well, now do it by billions because that's what the owners say. Yeah, hey, you know what? You're the Arizona Cardinals owner. If this kid doesn't work out, I'm out $105 million. Let's just say that's the number. In the whole scheme of things, is that going to kill the Arizona Cardinals? No, it's worth the risk because maybe he gets better. Maybe he does show that he's that guy that we envisioned him to be when we drafted him. Well, maybe we support him better, whatever the case may be.
In a perfect world, the owner is there's some exceptions like last year with the Jags with just there's some exceptions, but in a perfect world, you're spending to the salary cap anyways.
Right.
So it really doesn't.
Right.
You're not really out.
Right.
Yeah,
and the cap
exactly.
keeps going up. Why? Because the league keeps getting better. Listen, I want the league to continue to grow. Why? Because I like when I get my statement of what my pension looks like when I'm 65. It keeps going up and up and up. And it's not a ton of money, but guess what? It's gonna be nice. It's gonna come in a lot of handy when I'm older. If I make it that far, it does transfer to my wife. So if I don't, she'll get it. So that's a good thing. But I want the league to keep making money. It's just funny. Like, you go back 5-6 years. We're not talking. What was the talk? Sam Bradford, the last first round, the last number one pick that got that $50 million. Remember
before
that?
The CBA.
Then it changed. And it's like, whoa, we can't do that. Think about that just for a minute. How long ago was that? What was Bradford? 15?
A little over. No, but
way before
like
2011.
No, not that. Like you're talking like 10 years.
Okay.
Because Bradford played against the Gators in the 2008 championship, and I think he had one more year at Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, and then he came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like you're
let's
talking.
just say it's 10 years.
2010, something like that.
Let's just say it's 10, for a conservative level. Think about that. They said, okay, that's it. We're not doing that anymore. I'm not guaranteeing some kid out of college $50 million just because he was great in college at QB. We're going to go to rookie contracts. Now, they're still going to be paid a lot of money, but it ain't going to be like I'm on the hook for 50.
You're going to need to play in the league a little bit to get paid.
Right. And but even still, if you're making billions then, right? Does that matter? Like $50 million? Well, who cares? You know what I mean? Not who cares, but it's just amazing to me. In 10 years, it's like, no. Once you get through that rookie deal, 3 years. He's played 3 years. Kyler,
yeah.
So in 3 years, you're either paying him market value, or you're saying, you know what? We're not even going to do the option. Look what happened to Sam Rosen. By the way, he just got signed by Cleveland.
Josh Rosen?
Josh Rosen, sorry. Sam. Sorry, Josh. Yeah. No,
you're thinking Sam Bradford.
Yeah, I was. That's right. I was. That ADD squirrel. There's a squirrel. Got him. No, right. Yeah, totally. So we'll see. I don't know. A kid must have talent. He just doesn't put it together, I would imagine.
Josh Rosen?
Yeah, I would imagine. That's why he keeps getting chances.
I was never high on him.
Yeah.
From the draft,
but he must be able to throw the ball pretty well because he's got to impress somehow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just
it was a 1-year deal. It's insurance if,
in today's
Jacoby
league,
doesn't work out.
In today's league, to be a top 10 quarterback pick, you better be a physical freak. Man.
I agree.
You better have.
But he's got to have something, or they don't keep giving him chances.
No, you're right. You're right about that.
He's got to have something. But whatever happens to him. But think about him. They spent a first-round pick on him. The next year, they drafted Kyler.
Yeah.
But think about that. There wasn't that much money. So that at that time, you're like, yeah, let's cut bait.
It was not.
We made him. We paid him whatever, 5, 6, 7, 10 million, whatever it is.
And they traded him, so the Dolphins took on some of that as well. Yeah.
So it's just to me, and it's great. I'm happy for Kyler Murray that he got this money. That's generational money, man. You do that right. Your kids, grandkids, they don't ever have to do anything if you don't want them to. But it's just, and then you look at Jacksonville. Another year or 2 years from now, Trevor. And what do you think the cap's going to be then? And what if he's not, you're not totally sold? Like, there has to be people in the organization of Arizona that's not totally sold on Kyler Murray. Like 100%. No, yeah, give him the contract. Or are they just saying, well, we don't want to start over. We like him. He's good. He could get better. This is the market. I either got to pay him or what. He may leave and go play baseball for all I know. You're kind of stuck almost. Or you're just saying, sorry, we'll just start over. We'll take a beating this year and we'll draft a kid next year. Or we'll try to trade for Jimmy G or we'll figure something out. I don't know. You'll do something. But unbelievable that that's the market.
So
if you rank Kyler Murray right now, just rank him. 10, 12,
back half of the top 10.
He's closer to 10 for me than.
I would agree. Yeah.
I mean, I could name
between 10 and 15, but he's not 15 though. 11, 12.
Let's count it out. Do we have time? Let's just think. So Brady,
Rogers, Mahomes,
Allen, Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson for sure.
Russell Wilson.
Why am I not?
Joe Burrow.
It's Joe Burrow, Matt Stafford,
Herbert.
That's
8.
That's 8.
Stafford. Okay.
Yeah, we said Stafford, so 8.
Let's see who else we got out there.
I'm sure we're missing someone obvious.
No, I know. Let's
Dak.
think.
Would you put
How
Dak
about
ahead
Kirk?
of him?
I like Dak Prescott.
Yeah, so that's 9 right there.
That's 9.
I would put
Cousins.
Kyler ahead of Cousins.
Okay, fair. How about any of the other young Trevor?
I would put Kyler ahead of Trevor
now.
Right now, yeah.
But but in your gut, you believe that Trevor's going to be way better than Kyler. I believe that.
I don't know about way better because I think Kyler's really good.
Okay.
I'm kind of a Kyler believer. Now, leadership stuff and that sort of thing, I think he could be better. I'm talking about as a player.
Yeah,
he can play, man.
He can play.
Lamar Jackson, that's another quarterback.
Lamar Jackson, I'd take above him
easily. So I mean, that's 10 clean cut right there.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you put him outside the top 10 then. But
just think about that for a minute. So say he's 11th, top 3rd.
Deshaun Watson, is he ahead of him?
Oh yeah. Move him back even more.
Right.
There's more. So maybe he's more. Maybe he is closer to 5th. Maybe he's half. Maybe he's not. But close. Let's just say he's close to it.
Yeah.
You got to pay him $161 in guaranteed money.
Yeah.
Or 105, whatever it ends up being.
So
think about that. That's the market.
Right.
For a quarterback that, to me, if you're ranked 15th, are you a franchise QB? Well, I guess those quarterbacks we named are franchise QBs for those franchises, so maybe so.
Right.
Maybe so, but man,
that's the one kind of caveat to this is quarterback play right now is better than it's probably ever been in the NFL.
Yeah, fair.
On a general scale.
Yeah.
There's more franchise quarterbacks right now than maybe ever in the league, right?
Yeah. Carson Wentz?
No, Kyler's better than Carson Wentz, I think.
Carson's got just as good or better stats, but I think there's chinks in both armors of those two players.
There's definitely there's definitely chinks in armor. It's just I think I've seen enough from Carson to know what he is.
Right.
I think Kyler can. I think there's still another level he can ascend to.
I agree. There's still a ceiling.
Yeah.
Upside with Kyler, but my point of the whole conversation was after year 3, you got to make a decision. Am I investing the market rate? Or am I starting over? Now, not everybody can probably say, well, I'll just go play baseball. They may have to play that 4th year regardless if you give them that big deal, right? And they'll have to play that 5th year if you do take the option and you're not ready to pay them the big money just yet. Or you don't. You after year 4, you're like, I'm not paying them the option, right? I'm done. I'm over. It's just interesting how that, at that time, you got to. That's why it's so important to have a right quarterback. It's so important. Think about it. Like all the teams that win, they got to have a good defense. Yes, they have a good offensive line. They have a good supporting cast. But you have to have a QB that can win and consistently win.
So
for the most part,
it was a little bit different. Kind of the same, but kind of different with the Mahomes deal a few years ago, where it was 10 years and $500 million.
Right.
The difference with Mahomes, which is something you've already said. there's nobody in that building that's not sold on Mahomes, right? That's 100% across the board.
I'd give him 100 a year.
Correct. You know? And Kyler, I'm sure, to your point, I'm sure there were a little more conversations of I don't know, I'm not sure.
Well,
so the thing is,
let me cut you off real quick.
Okay,
I'm sorry. The guaranteed money shows you like he's not Deshaun Watson. Watson got the whole thing guaranteed.
Right.
He's below Watson, where
Right.
he would have got the same thing guaranteed. Right. Sorry.
You're good. So, but either way, I think organizations are getting smarter with these contracts.
Yeah.
And they're realizing every year
Yep.
how ridiculously fast the cap is growing.
Yep.
So if you pay him what seems like a ton of money right now, but it's a 7-year deal, dude, 4 years from now,
right, you might be redoing it.
Whatever.
Yep.
It's not. This deal's not bad. And
Right.
at that
or
point,
you're redoing it because he's brought you a championship.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
And wouldn't any organization love to have that?
Oh my gosh!
Right?
You win a title, forget it. You pay everybody.
That's the best contract negotiation, renegotiation to have. Right. And but then at that point, if he's he's been struggling and he's been having issues, well at that point.
Well, and here's another thing too. You're Kyler Murray. You look at Kyler Murray, you could sit there and be like, man, I could be an okay quarterback and have enough money that I never have to work again. I never have to do anything again.
Right.
I get $105 million just for being okay. Wow. Now, granted, you got to be a first-round pick.
Right.
You got to do what he did before. But again, I'm not saying he's a good quarterback, but it's just amazing to me the money for a guy that's not really proven just yet. But whatever, I'm happy for him. All right, let's talk money real quick because I got to roll. So when Kirby Smart made the comment about the Florida-Georgia game shouldn't be in Jacksonville because it gives Florida an advantage in recruiting or something like that?
So the way it works is every year for that Florida-Georgia game, one team is designated as the home team.
Okay. Fair.
And that team that year, that would normally be a home game where you can host recruits.
Okay.
But it's a rule, and it's
you
an
can't
SEC.
bring recruits to Jacksonville.
It's an SEC or an NCAA rule. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah.
That you cannot bring recruits to neutral site games. So,
that's a stupid rule.
So from Kirby's perspective, it's his biggest rival that he can't bring his recruits to every other year.
Well, neither can they.
Correct.
Okay. Did he say this before he signed the deal or after he signed the deal?
He's been on this for a while.
He's been on this for a while? And what do you think about that contract? I mean, to me, so now, look, I know college football is a business. It's been a business for decades. But that's a big business.
Even more so.
I mean,
now,
10, 11 million a year for a coach. He's great. He won you a championship. Fantastic. But holy moly. College football is not going to be college football in a while. It can't be. It's going to be like semi-pro. It's going to be another pro. Which is fine, I guess. I don't know. I love playing college ball. I would have loved making more money. I would have loved making money playing college ball, though. That'd have been cool.
NIL is a big part of it, but
it is.
What I think is an even bigger part of it right now in determining what college football is going to look like in 10 years is the realignment of conferences. Because
but even still, is the money going to implode or continue to get big like the NFL? We don't think the NFL is going to implode in their economics, right?
I think it'll keep growing, but I'm saying just like the product will feel different. It won't shrink by any means.
No,
but like
you'll still have the school rivalries and stuff, so that'll be good.
You will. It's just
I don't know.
There's a lot of schools that there's a lot of schools
back then.
There's a lot of schools in conference expansion that I think are going to get left out to dry.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is like the Big 12, for example.
What's going to happen in Arizona?
Correct.
Nobody wants Arizona.
Correct. Exactly.
Arizona State. Nobody wants Arizona State.
Those types of schools.
Boston College. Nobody's coming after Boston College to join these big.
No.
I mean, they're in the ACC, so maybe they're protected a bit. But
in a couple of years, I think Florida State, Miami, Clemson, North Carolina, and then maybe like Duke for basketball purposes.
Yeah. BC could be in the hunt for that. If you're going to include I think they'd have a shot at being in there.
They may get poached by the Big Ten or the SEC.
Yeah, maybe.
And then everybody else in the ACC is like, well, all right.
Right.
That's kind of it. I mean.
Right. So what are you going to have, 2 big conferences? 30 teams each?
Seems like that's what things are moving towards.
You could have 3 or 4 divisions in each conference.
Well, because when the SEC got Texas and Oklahoma, the Big 12 was done.
Yeah.
It's like if the Big 12 doesn't have Texas and Oklahoma, what do they
by
have?
the way, I love all the NIL deals. The one I love the most is the team that got each player's getting like $25G you see that? Texas
No.
Tech?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, some group or couple gave a bunch of money. It's like, this is for every member on the team. They each get the same amount.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
that
to
cool. Me, that's what NIL should be about. Not saying, hey, recruit, here's $10 million.
Right.
Come to my school. You know what I mean? Or, hey, mister, you're on another team. I'll pay you to leave and go onto the transfer portal. That, to me, that's not what NIL should be about. That's just me.
Do you think maybe at some point you make the rule that you can't get any NIL money until your second year to avoid the recruiting aspect of it? Sort of like how the NFL does with rookie contracts.
You know, when it first came out, I really thought how it was going to be was you would – so say a donation, an NIL came in, whatever you want to call it. It would go to the team, and then the team would disperse it based on popularity. Now, everyone's going to get a piece, but the starting quarterback's going to get more than the backup fullback or the rookie that's never played it down. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I that's how I thought it was going to – I didn't think it was going to be like, hey, here's $5 million for you, and you only. And you're like, whoa, $5 million to go to college?
Because the problem is technically the schools cannot pay the players. It's these collectives that are not part of the.
That's all bullshit. I mean, that's just the way to hide it. You know what I mean? It's like that's just to make it legal, but it's still the same thing.
Right, but I'm saying like if it was what you were...
Schools are facilitated because there's protocol. They got to follow protocol.
If you think Nick Saban's not talking to the Alabama collective or whatever it is, you're out of your mind. What I'm saying is if it were more like obvious, like it is team run, I think having that structure you're talking about could be a little more doable.
Yeah.
Like you could make it more of a.
I tell you, like you talk Ryan Day, the guy from Ohio State.
Yeah,
he's in front of the booster saying, "I need $13 million for my current roster."
Yeah, just to keep him intact.
I mean, that almost sours my taste if I'm a booster. I'm like, what? And I got to go get other. This is all about money.
Of course it is. Yeah.
About money. Well, college sports was not supposed to be about money.
Right.
But again, neither was the Olympics. That changed. Remember, the Olympics was all amateur. Not anymore. Maybe it is what it is. I don't know. Start your own college league. You know, kids that ain't going to go to the big ones.
Right.
Just take a little step down. You still make a ton of money. Right?
Yeah.
It's not like you won't be on ESPN2. You know what I'm saying? Like or ESPNU or one. I mean, you'll get some TV deals out there that might be lower tiered, you know? I don't know. All right. That's going to do it for me, man.
Network.
What's that?
Instead of the SEC network, it'd be the SWAC network or something.
Whatever you want to call it.
That works.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, that'll do it for me this time around right here on Catching Up with Tommy Mack on 1010XL's podcast platform at 1010XL.com on Facebook and streaming live on the Relevant app. Make sure you check out Relevant on the NFL Fanatics channel, a bunch of shows all about the NFL. On the Jaguars Fanatics channel, a bunch of shows all throughout the week. Right there, talking about Jags with like-minded fans. It's very interactive. It's a live chat. You're going to love it. Check it out, RELEVNT, for the download of the free app. So until next time, stay safe and be cool out there, and we'll see you right here on Catching Up with Tommy Mack. Peace.